A legend claimed that this man was the best marksman in the world, but the Soviet officer didn't believe him. So, the officer ordered a soldier to hand him a sniper rifle. But when the man took the rifle, he didn't like it. He said the rifle was better without a scope. The officer looked at him, incredulous, and thought he was bluffing. To make it more challenging, he ordered the soldier to place a can at a long distance. You couldn't even see a man at that distance, let alone a can. But the man took his position and fired a shot. Surprisingly, the bullet was fired, but the can remained untouched. The officer was disappointed. It seemed all legends were false. How could he be a legendary marksman with such an unremarkable face? But the man said innocently, "Don't worry, I shot a squirrel." The officer was stunned. Then, the man ran deeper into the forest. Soon, he returned with a squirrel. The officer was shocked to see it. He couldn't believe this man was such an exceptional marksman. There were only two top snipers in the Soviet army, one who had terrorized the Germans and the other known as the Butcher of Death. So, the officer smiled as if he had discovered a treasure. The man's name was Semyon, from the Uinki tribe. He grew up hunting in the forests and learned to be an excellent marksman. His skill was beyond ordinary. When he was 15, locals called him Eagle Eye. During the Soviet Patriotic War, he hit 367 targets without missing a single one. The officer appointed him as the lead sniper of the Soviet army. The team consisted only of female snipers who had just graduated from the military academy. When the women soldiers saw Semyon's expressionless face, they weren't convinced and said, "I don't think he's qualified to be our leader." However, these women were not only beautiful, but also highly skilled at shooting. During target practice, they hit their targets with every shot. The women soldiers were so proud that they expected praise. But Semyon said these were just basic operations on the battlefield. The enemy wouldn't wait to be killed. People move. They're not stationary. To improve the women soldiers' aim, Semyon decided to train them in a different setting. So he took them to the riverside. He placed a can on a tree branch and then set the branch in the river. He created a simple moving target, and the women soldiers fired one shot at a time. They all missed their shots. The officer on the riverbank was astonished. The women soldiers fell silent, but they weren't convinced. They thought it was impossible to hit the target. To show them what real marksmanship was, Semyon raised his hand and fired without saying a word. No surprise. He hit every target he aimed at.